Good morning, third grade. Today's lesson is on 9.8, and we are understanding fractions as numbers today. And we're going to draw quite a few illustrations. And our question is, how can you use this strategy, draw a diagram or draw a picture, to solve fraction problems? In Unlock the Problem, it says Cameron has 4 clownfish in his fish tank. 1/3 of the fish in the tank are clownfish. How many fish does Cameron have in his whole tank? Now, that might sound like a complicated problem, but by drawing a picture, we can see very clearly how to answer it. What do I need to find? I need to find how many fish are in Cameron's fish tank. It says, how many fish does Cameron have in his fish tank? What information do I need to use? Well, Cameron has 4 clownfish. 1/3 of the fish are in the tank are clownfish. How will I use the information? Well, I will use the information in the problem to draw a diagram. Solve the problem. Describe how to draw a diagram to solve. Well, the denominator is 1/3, tells you that there are 3 equal parts in the whole group. Draw 3 circles to show 3 equal parts. So on the bottom, I drew 3 equal circles. Since 4 fish are 1/3 of the whole group, draw 4 counters to represent the fish in the first circle. So I drew 4 counters that represent one of each of the fish. Since there are 4 counters in the first circle, draw 4 counters in each of the remaining circles. Then find the total number of counters. So 4 in the first circle, 4 in the second circle, 4 in the third circle. That funny noise is my dog walking through the room. So if we think Cameron has 4 clownfish in his tank, and that's 1/3 of the fish, so we draw 3 equal circles to make 1/3 and draw 4 circles to represent the clownfish. Then we count the total number. If these are Cameron's 4 clownfish, these represent the other fish that are not clownfish. But they want to know the total number of fish. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Cameron has 12 fish in his tank. The first 4 represent the clownfish, and the last 8 represent the other types of fish he has. Let's do another one. This time we're going to talk about rabbits. A pet store has 2 gray rabbits. 1/8 of the rabbits at the pet store are gray. How many rabbits does the pet store have altogether? Well, the first thing says, what do I need to find? Well, I need to find out how many rabbits does the pet store have. What information do I need to use? Well, I need to use that it has 2 gray rabbits. And the 2 gray rabbits represent 1/8 of the rabbits in total. How will I use the information? I will draw a diagram. I am going to draw 8 circles. 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. This represents 1/8 of the rabbits that are gray. In each of those circles, the pet store had 2 gray rabbits. So I will draw 2 in each of the 8 circles. Now the first one represents the gray rabbits. The other ones represent the rabbits that are not gray. But they want to know how many rabbits does the store have in total. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the pet store has 16 rabbits in total. Now, number 1 says, how do you know that your answer is reasonable? Well, I can multiply 2, which is the number of gray rabbits, times 8, and 2 represents 1/8, and that gives me 16. And that is a plausible number or a normal number for a pet store to have. That's reasonable. How did your diagram help you solve the problem? It helped me see how many counters I needed to draw. Not just the first 2 that represented the gray rabbits, but by drawing 8 circles total, or 8 groups, and putting 2 in each one, it helped me to count how many the store had altogether. On our share and show, it says Lily has 3 dog toys that are red. 1/4 of all her dog toys are red. How many toys does Lily have? She wants to know how many toys she has altogether. 3 are red, and that represents 1/4. So I have to draw 4 equal groups to represent the 1/4. And Lily has 3 that are red. So I draw 3 circles in the first one. That represents the number of red toys. And the rest, I draw 3 circles in each of those groups, and that represents the ones that are not red. These are not red. But our question wants to know, how many dog toys does she have total? So I have to count all of them, even the red ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, if we use our first, next, and last step, it says first draw 4 circles. So we did, to show 4 equal parts, or 1/4 of all her dog toys. Next, draw 3 toys in 1 circle. I did that, since 1 circle represents the number of red toys. Last, draw 3 toys in each of the remaining circles. That represents the ones that are not red. And then count to find the total number of toys. So Lily has 12 dog toys. 3 times 4 equals 12. So it is reasonable. Number 2 says, what if Lily had 4 toys that are red? Well, if she had 4 toys that are red, we would have to add another toy in each circle. And that would bring us to 16. 4 times 4 equals 16. Number 3 says, the pet store sells bags of pet food. There are 4 bags of cat food. 1/6 of the bags of food are bags of cat food. So 1/6 tells us how many groups we're going to need. And 4 tells us how many we're going to have to draw in each one of the 6 groups. So I drew 6 groups and a dot or a line representing each bag of cat food. And the first one is the bag of cat food, 4 bags of cat food. The next ones are bags of other types of food, but they want to know how many bags of pet food altogether does the store have. By making 6, because I know that the cat food was 1/6 of it, I make 6 equal groups and draw 4 in the first one, and that's the cat food. And these are the other types of food. So then I have to count all of them total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Or 4 times 6 equals 24 bags. Rachel owns 2 parakeets. 1/4 of all her birds are parakeets. Okay, so 1/4 is going to show us how many groups we have to draw, how many circles. And 2 represents the number of parakeets. So I put 2 birds, mine are skinny, in the first circle. This is her parakeets. Now, the remaining groups are the types of birds that are not parakeets. But it wants to know, how many birds does Rachel own? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Represent how many birds she owns all together. That concludes our big book lesson on problem solving lesson 8-9. I will be sending over the answers for lesson 8-8 and 8-9 sometime today. If you have any questions, make sure you call me or text me or email me. Thank you.